We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who build a brighter day. So let's start giving. There are people dying. Do. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who live a brighter day. So let's start giving. There are people dying. Do, 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 do. Dum, 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 dum. Dee, 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 dee. Oh, didn't realise I was. I didn't realise I was streaming. So this is a new camera, and I'm just testing. It's actually 4K. It's a Canon M50 Mark II. So I'm just testing it out because I want to see if there's any audio delay. There seems to be when I'm looking at it, but I don't think it's coming through delayed in my warbling. Let's see if I go back and have a look at what I was saying a second ago. Quality's not bad at all, is it? It's got the detail there. Go on, you suggest the song, and I'll knock it out the ballpark. Yeah, we could do that, couldn't we? Oh, okay. I'm just sorry, guys. I'm just listening to see the delay, the audio delay. I've just found a point where I'm talking here. I think. Come on, Rokk, say something. Sharp people got. Right. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Fractional, I'd say. Quarter of a second, maybe not much worse. It's let's zoom in. This is OBS. Crispy. Yeah, so the other one that I've been using it's this one. Oh no, what did I just pull over? Oh no, my pullover. So the other one that I've been using is, or up until now, is this, which is the Sony A5100. It's actually a nice little DSLR, beautiful. One of its advantages is the flip-up viewfinder. So when you're looking down the lens, you know one of the things that you've got. Everyone that does this knows. You want to look over and see how you look on the screen, so you're not giving eye contact to the camera, which is you, the audience, right? And if I was in a pub or a bar with you and we were having a beer and a talk and I'm looking over here all the time, you'd think I was extremely rude. So having a viewfinder that you can flip up and see yourself is really important. This one has as well, but the Canon has it to the side of the camera, which is annoying because it bangs into my boom. But you know, 21st century problems. So yeah, there you go. So actually, really lovely camera. The only problem is it's max 1080p, but it does have a really good lens. And this lens that we're using here, I don't know if you're probably getting me talking. Let me just turn myself off. Yeah, so this lens is a much wider lens. So when I take it out to maximum width, you get to see pretty much the whole of this space. Whereas this one is a much. It's my brother Tony in the chat. How's it going, bro? With his Zen garden. So yeah, so that one's great for a wider shot. But in truth, what I might just do is move some of that stuff behind me over that way, and then you get more of the diorama. Also, I've got to be careful to make sure that I keep myself in focus. There we go. Yeah, but it's not bad. It's the same camera that Clive uses, but Clive uses the slightly older one, and there's not a huge difference, to be fair. I think I can flip this one around and use it in a vertical way. And my brother loves a flip, apparently, he says. Yeah, quality is not bad at all. Now, obviously, it's rare to be streaming 4K anyway, because if I'm doing 4K, it's usually the game or some other screen that's in 4K. So the fact that the camera's recording me in 4K is a bit of a bonus, but it's not actually. It doesn't make a huge difference. But the quality's good. Yeah, I'm liking the sharpness there. Sharp. I should wear a suit, shouldn't I? Get the full sharpiness going down. I'm not going to be on for very long, boys, because young Clive is going live, and in 20 minutes, and I'm sure his entire life being in BBC, he's hated the fact that Clive's going live. Oops, Tony's at work. Sorry, bro. You missed me singing a bit of Michael Jackson earlier. So yeah, there you go. You'll see it tomorrow in Anger on Rokk Review, of course. But the point is that the quality for most of the time is about that. Actually, it's probably about that. So, but you still want it sharp. But what happens is with your Restreams and your StreamYards and your Melons and your Vimeo Studio and all the other guys, they apply compression anyway. So even though they're outputting it at 1080p, truthfully, the compression is so heavy that it's somewhere between 720 and 1080. The beauty of using OBS is you're doing all your own encoding. So, you can make sure that you're using maybe a VP9 encoder. Anyway, that's what happens at YouTube, and I'm talking at my rub. But anyway, you get the idea. So there you go. Right. Sorry, it looks like I'm admiring myself. I'm just trying to compare the quality. Yeah, it does look good. Yeah, I agree, Kevin. It does look good. So yeah, I'll move some of that stuff behind me over. I think I also earlier on I flipped the lights. So before, the little LEDs were running along the edge of the shelf and shining into the camera over here, but I felt that was a bit OTT, so I put them on top of the shelf so they're shining up and creating more of a light effect onto the little water bottle and stuff, which I think is nicer. Very warm. Of course, you can, we could have a full-on disco or something if you wanted. You just flick the effects on. Is that the right one? There he goes. I've got different remote controls operate the wrong device. How fun is that? So I'll turn that one off down there. There it goes. And then it allows me to mess about with the. There we go. And what I also have is, so basically I've got a set of LEDs on that shaft that you can see flashing. Different frequencies get that hideous strobe effect. So you'd be fairly limited with which actual colours you can use before that strobe effect kicks in. That's why I don't tend to be the more solid blues and reds. But so if we choose a blue, and it's actually this camera's doing a really good job of picking up light, On top of that, I have another little device, which is a light down behind that chair arm that you can see. So I'll choose a red for down there, if I can get it to work. That's fallen over. Hang on. Come on, boy. Here you go. Okay. So I've got two light sources behind me that I can obviously affect, and then above I've got 4 drop lights. Each one of those has an independent color bulb as well, so I can use an app, this one, to choose whether I want, so LED window, which is the one right above me. I can choose to make that color, for example, and let me see, let's take that, so you'll see the color of my head. The camera's doing a pretty good job of keeping up. The camera is trying to adjust all the time, but that actually works quite well. So that's taken some of the red off of my skin, so it looks more natural. And then what I have to my right here is one that at the moment is doing a pure white light. But if I change that to a colour, you'll see everything suddenly gets moody. If I change it to red, so it's up there, so you can see on that side of my face there, we're getting the colour coming through. I tend to find that if you use a blue around you, you get it just sort of looks a little bit more natural, and is not as if you've gone off and run a marathon or something. And then I've got lights behind. Now at the moment I've got them as blue and red, I think, so it's all kind of complementary. But yeah, it's all about the mood lighting. All about the mood lighting. There we go. But this whole half of the garage is set up for this. So all the lights I've got going on in here. And I've also got a ring light as well, which I've actually turned away. But there you go, because it's a bit harsh. And that can be, there it is, and that can be adjusted as well. Sorry. So I can actually adjust the colour temperature. So there you go, that's full yellow, as you can see. And you would have seen this if you watched my village. I just put it under my face like this, was you. Or you can make it full white, and then you can turn the brightness down as well. So that's really cool. I can hang that over there, and that just fills in some of the front light. Which just, it depends what you're trying to achieve, really. I think half the time I don't really need it. I quite like the shadow, and this camera is doing a really good job of actually keeping up with the darker light. So there you go. There you go. But yeah, so there you go. Canon M50 Mark II just arrived a couple of hours ago. So initially I was annoyed because I was getting all the camera information up on the screen, and I had to dig deep to find how to get rid of it all and actually get it to output a native 4K across HDMI. But I'm quite happy with it, actually. Yeah, I could live with this. As I said, a couple of minor things, but they are minor. Yeah. So you'll see it tomorrow anyway on Rokk Review, which will be a great one tomorrow. I'll start promoting it in a second. Normal guests, my very good friends, Aaron, Stadia Gaming, and John Carr, who Aaron's actually in the chat. I hope you've calmed down after your scary Resident Evil 7, my friend. And also Eli is joining us tomorrow. I was hoping to have William, Stadia Pro Gaming, join us, but he's got to take his little doggy to the vets. Nothing serious, but timing doesn't work, sadly. So yeah, Alan, it's a minor delay. The problem is I use an Elgato Wave, there it is, for my audio, which is obviously going through one USB port into the PC, and then the camera is going via an Elgato Camlink 4K. So there's some processing happening at the Camlink end, and then there's some audio processing. So getting the two, the proper way to do it is to use a proper grown-up mixing desk and pull the whole lot in together and then output the whole lot mixed. But that's big grown-up bucks as well, and I'm not up for that. But the 1 millisecond, the point is really, when you think about it, most of the time you're not looking at me for this long. So if I take it down to the size of the screen that you would normally see me with my guests, so tomorrow, for example, you'll have me going there, my little head bobbing about and stuff, and then I'll be drawing your attention over there to a screen. We'll be looking at the this week on Stadia tomorrow, which should be a really good one, guys. We've got that Mystery Pro game coming out, and a little bit of news around Mr. Justice as well, which we may or may not cover, depending how detailed. Yes, it is OBS, Alan. You're absolutely right. You can delay the video, but you can't delay the audio. The ideal would be, and there's probably a plug-in for it, that you delay the audio coming into OBS by a fraction of a second, so they just line up. But I rarely use OBS these days, to be fair, because for things like the Rokk review and Rokk and Ray, where there's a lot going on in terms of production, so lots of guests to talk to, and think about what you want to talk about, and engaging the chat and pulling up screens and stuff. So it's just so much easier to do that in a dedicated streaming platform. However, they're very limited in what you can do, and none of them export the image at any at a really good high quality 1080p. They're all sort of a bit compressed and a bit nasty. So they're all the same. They all do that. So if you want that real high quality, you've got to use your own encoder. You've got to be using OBS. But I am experimenting with a whole ton of them at the moment. I'm aiming to do a new content creators show. It may be only a monthly thing yet, because I've got to work out the detail. But hey, Dave. But it's got to be. So the idea is that I'll be doing news for content creators around YouTube and Twitch. I'll be experimenting with kit setups, imparting some of my little tips and things on a daily basis, my friends. I come up with stuff, and I love to share that with you. So, sorry, Alan. Advanced audio properties, you can do it. Also, yes, there is that. You're right. Yes, also the Elgato software you can delay. Yeah, thanks, buddy. I need to have a little play with it all. But yeah, not too bad at all. Yeah, you're right. There is something in the advanced setup, isn't there? You can. I'd forgotten. This is the thing. I haven't used OBS for so long. You kind of forget all that stuff. A little experimenting is needed, but yeah, with OBS. But of course, you've got no control over that with StreamYard. And you mentioned about delay on the mic. I can reduce output volume into my headphones, and I can reduce the input level of volume to you, and also the input gain. And there's things like clip guard. But you see, again, clip guard and enhanced low cut filter it's applying a level of processing on the audio, so it's going to delay it even more. So I actually turn those off, and just try and adjust the gain manually, get it right, because you will always get whatever processing is going on is going to delay it by a microsecond. And as you write, humans perceive that stuff. It gets into your head. But yeah, cool. Thanks, guys. So look, let me let you go. Go and watch young Clive, who'll be doing his Monday Stadia chat in 9 minutes. I'm just experimenting, and appreciate you all popping in just to have a little look and see what young Rokk is up to. But yeah, so I shall be playing with this some more and giving you my fuller impressions. I don't tend to do unboxings and stuff because I'm lazy, and it takes so much work. That's why Clive does really good stuff with the old unboxings and what have you. Just quickly before I do let you go, there's going to be some news this week, I hope, on Cloudburst, which I think is coming up on Saturday. I need to double check on that, and it will have a brand new panel. Well, 2 of them will be the same, but we've got 3 new guys. So that's going to be really, 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 really good. It's got a slightly new format as well, which I'll reveal this coming week. Also, I'm working on a new show with Clive. We're going to be meeting this week to talk a bit more about that. That's something brand new, which I'm really excited about, and some other stuff as well. So watch this space. I'm in playing mode. That's a dangerous thing. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a lovely week. It's a bank holiday. It's a holiday in the UK today, for those of you that aren't in the UK. So I hope everybody had a really chill day. It was really nasty weather here. Actually, it was quite stormy, pretty miserable. But there you go. Such is life. I will catch you guys tomorrow with Rokk Review. As I've said, Erin, John, Eli, and a fourth guest yet to be revealed because I haven't actually approached anyone.